Okay, so this next one I'm going to talk about is Mawaru Penguin Drum. What can I say about this one? This is a bit of the this is a bit on the strange anime, you know. I guess it's a genre called the mind fuck genre. It's a little bit of that, but you know, it's a little bit of that. So we'll see. Um, so it starts out with two brothers. What's their name? Kanba and Showa, and they have a sister, Himari, and Himari is sick and she's gonna die. Ooh. Of course. Well, first of all, let's first start with we have like teenagers and a girl who's gonna die, and you kind of wonder where are the parents. I know in anime, teenagers for some reason have their own apartments without parents. I don't know why they do that, but whatever. I don't know. It's sort of it strains on the credibility. But what you take it, you just accept it, right? But in this one, it's really glaring, right? How like why are teenagers without parents taking care of an invalid? So you put that aside anyway. You put aside the fact that Himari is very cute, you know. It's all these girls and they're all like so they're just she also acts very girlishly cute and it's like it's also please and so like the breakfast scene. Is it breakfast? Yeah, breakfast. I don't know what it is, breakfast or lunch. And then they are like, being such a happy family in which they're sharing food and she's like, oh, it's so happy to stay together as a family and eating food, it's such bliss. You're like, oh, you don't say. And of course Shoma and Kamba are trying to outmatch themselves and how protective they are of their sister, which they know. I guess they're protective of the moments. Like they have very little moment. They have little time with her and they know that she would die soon. But still, they want to make every moment count, right? And then there's a whole part of the anime in which they're trying to build up this family scene and stuff. And then they go to the aquarium to go look at penguins because Himari Day where she can ask for anything she wants and the brothers will give it to her. She can do whatever she wants, and she wants to go see penguins. So they all go to the aquarium to see penguins. But unfortunately, the penguin excursion ends in her. It ends in Himari collapsing, and they had to take her to the hospital, and she dies. Apparently, and of course, there's this dramatic scene where the brothers are like, wondering why she's dead and stuff. But a miracle happens, apparently from penguin power. Yes, I like that penguin power. From penguin power, they bring her back to life. She gets possessed by something. We don't know quite yet, but they bring her back to life, and the doctors marvel at the miracle, bringing her back to life. They take her home and they're like, back to the happy family scene. And then but they get a package of 3 eggs, which turn out to be, ghost penguins, which nobody can see, but they do all the work. But these penguins are apparently very good butlers because you see one like chopping cucumbers, you see one knitting, you see one like going after, I don't remember if it was Kamba or Shoma. It's hard to tell them apart. The brothers, they so look alike, but one has red hair and one has purple hair, so that's how you tell them apart. Following Shoma with an umbrella, which I found that's very cute. That's very interesting, cute to watch. But the whole thing, it's weird, right? Because you're like wondering how did he might come back to life, and then all of a sudden it ends with her like zoinking out into like penguin mode and like and survival strategy, whatever they call it. And then there's this whole like Maho soldier sequence in which she gets naked and she gets dressed up in this magical girl thing, and then of course you have the brothers not knowing quite what has happened to their sister, but it ends sort of cryptically, in which one brother gets something ripped out, his heart or something. It's not clear what is going on. You still don't quite know why Himari has been saved, has been brought back to life. But you're like, but the the craziness of the scene just draws you in. You're like, what is going on? And but somehow in the end, so you have one brother who is sleeping, but then you have the other brother. I don't know who he is. Kabo Shoma Kente. I don't know. Who looks over the sleeping Himari, who has been brought back to life, and then he kisses her. So I'm like, oh my god, the incest scene, and then that's where the anime ends. It's a good ending. It's a good hook as an ending because you're like, what the fuck? It's just, why is the brother kissing the sister, and where does that come from? Because there is nothing in the beginning or anything to suggest that one brother loves the sister more than the other. But then all of a sudden, I guess it has to go back to where he gets his heart ripped out by the penguin, the crazy penguin woman who saves him, Himari. He goes back to the end because whatever, you don't know what is happening, so then the end to this insisting, and you're like, so definitely I'm going to watch the second episode to know exactly what's happening. So it has that hook to it. But apart from that hook, in which you're trying to figure out what the hell is going on, the negatives of the show is that the brothers are sort of a little bit too dramatic, and they try too hard to be brotherly. So it's sort of that sort of I wasn't too much of a fan of it, especially when the brothers meet with the doctor, and the doctor is explaining the sad situation that the sister is gonna die, and the brothers like one brother actually goes to the doctor and like tries to strangle him to do something. I'm like, that's a bit too dramatic, but whatever, it's anime. So the acting is a bit too dramatic at times. Yeah, it's really like probably a little bit overdone because you have like the kid, the really girlish Himari, and then you have the really you have the really overprotective brothers. But the good thing is that those penguins, they're like the little penguin butlers, they're kind of cute to watch. So yeah, whatever. It's not clear. But that's cute to watch. But in terms of what I'm gonna be watching for the next episode, I'm just gonna be watching for a little more explanation of what's going on, and then maybe I could have a more. Maybe I could say what is compelling about this whole show. Beginning of what's a little more compelling. So I'll need more episodes to decide how much I like this show. But in the meantime, you guys watch it and you tell me, you tell me whether it's not crazy. You tell me, but that's the end of it. That's just it. So there's that Himawari penguin drum. In terms of other episodes, in terms of other anime, there's no Harion no Mako, the one with the human who has a yokai family. The last season I watched, I think I'm gonna watch this season again. So I'm gonna see what I think about this first season. It's a shonen series with standard tropes, so we'll see how it's enjoyable. I don't know if I'll say anything about that. But in terms of other episode reviews for the summer, for the summer season, I think this is probably the last one. Maybe one more and that's it. But anyway, thank you for watching.